Welcome children. Today we are going to deal chapter 5 of history, page number 45. The name of the chapter is From Traders to Rulers. This is video number 1 of Standard 8 History, and this is Sir Santiago. What is that term, from traders to rulers? Traders means the businessmen who had come to India to do business several centuries ago. They had been doing business individually, but later on they organized as a group and began to do business. Now, the question might arise in your mind, why did they want to become rulers? What was the condition of India that allowed them to become rulers? The condition of India was not good. The political condition was not in a stable position. So it is called in the second line the instability. The Mughal rulers had ruled India and there was instability. So the regional kingdoms arose, and this paved the way for the traders to establish or to become the rulers. In this, you could see the Britishers succeeded establishing the companies at last. Now, the next paragraph, European as traders. Okay. India's trade relations with European countries had centuries ago. Okay. And the trade in the 17th century up to 17th century was private. Okay. It was carried on by the individual merchants. That is right side. Now, what were the countries which were doing trade relationship with India? They are there right side. Okay. In the fifth line, the countries were, or the companies were, Portugal, Holland, England, France and Denmark. There will be an extra question. Name the countries which did trade in India. The name of the countries were number 1, Portugal, number 2, Holland, number 3, England, number 4, France, and number 5, Denmark. They had set up their trading centers in several places. And the next point, there is B1 ka answer. What is factories? Why were they called so? Factories means, children, don't think that the factories which produce goods in India. No. Factories means, according to them at that time, the officials of the factories lived in the place and they have stored their goods. Only 2 points. The officials of the companies lived in that places and they have stored their goods in their office and it became like godowns. These are the 2 points. This is B1 answer. However, along with this video, I have also sent as an assignment separately writing the question and the answers. So you need not to worry. Okay. But for your marking, if you want to do, that is B1. Okay. B1 is, why were these called the factories? These were called factories because the officials of the companies resided there. That's point number 1. Point number 2, the factories consisted the offices and godowns. Okay. Well, next page. We'll go to the next page. There you have the second paragraph. The factories were engaged in trade, mainly the goods such as, second paragraph, second line, kindly underline the words spices, cloth, indigo and silk. These were the things, they were in great demand in the European countries. They bought at a low prices in India and sold them at a very high prices in Europe. Okay. They earned a huge profit. That was in the beginning. That was that initially, and as they earned huge profit, many countries came to compete here. Okay. And the companies had the support of their respective governments initially. Okay. They built their own armies. The companies had their own armies, and slowly they began to attack the local rulers. Later on, there was a rivalry between these trading companies or the trading countries. British thought, if I alone can do the business in India, the British could earn huge profit. So they began to fight among themselves, the European countries. Finally, the two countries emerged as a powerful country. One is, that is Britain, another one is France, to do business in India. So we are going to look at about two companies which were established. Number 1, English East India Company, and number 2, French East India Company. Where did they establish their trading centers in the beginning? That we will look into that. First we will look into that English East India Company. The English East India Company was supported by England, that is British government. At that time, Queen Elizabeth gave the full right to do the trading right in India. So they established the first business center in 1612, the place called Surat. Underline, this is an extra question. In 1612, they established the trading centers in Surat. This is an extra question. And other trading companies or other places where they had established their trading centers are the other three places. One is Chennai, second is Mumbai, third is Kolkata. This is also an extra question. Name the trading centers of the East India Company, for which 4 words are there. Number 1, Surat. Number 2, Chennai. Number 3, Mumbai. Number 4, Kolkata. So these were their trading companies' centers where they did their business. They earned a huge profit, that is enormous profit, and became very rich. The next company, the French East India Company. The East India Company had come, the French East India Company had come to India in 1664. 1664. It set up its first base in Pondicherry. Where did they set up their first trading center? That is French East India Company set up their trading centers in Pondicherry. Now it is called Puducherry. Okay. In the year 1664. Remember, this is also an extra question I have given in the assignments. What are the other trading places where they had established their factories? Number 1 is Pondicherry. Number 2, Mahe. Number 3, Yanam. Number 4, Karaikal. So in these 4 places they had established their trading centers, and it was largely controlled by the French government. Then the next we have Anglo-French rivalry in India. As these companies were doing their business, there was a rivalry between these two, French and England. Okay, England wanted to only England wanted to do their business. So now with the Rajas they joined together and fought the wars called Carnatic Wars. Okay, Carnatic Wars means, sir, in South India, okay, the whole area that is of Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Andhra and Karnataka. So that is called the Carnatic area. The wars were carried on. Both the companies supported either one of the other Rajas, okay, to get their support and to do their business. And the wars, for nearly the 3 wars, lasted nearly 20 years. That is from the year 1744 to 1763. There were total 3 wars. Okay, and finally, okay, the Britishers established. The French were defeated and the British became the superpower in India. So now we will look about the Carnatic War. The first Carnatic War, the year is 1744 to 1748, 4 years. So now why this? Here, mark these points, 3 points. This is the answer of D1 ka A. D1 ka A. Answer. First point, point number 1. In 1744, England and France were at war in Europe. Point number 2. This had its impact in India as well. Point number 3. The British threatened to occupy Pondicherry. Up to here 3 points enough. The answer of D1 ka A. The next, come down. The second Carnatic War. D1 ka B. D1 ka B. About second Carnatic War we have to say. Only the last 3 lines. Come, point number 1. In the war that followed, the British army defeated the French forces. Up to here, point number 1. Point number 2. A peace treaty was signed and Dupleix was recalled to France. Okay, children, up to here we will finish the class today. And along with this, there is also an assignment. I have given the extra questions. Typed answers are there. You can note down. Thank you, children. Thank you so much.